My name is Cilla. In today's video, I'm going to demonstrate by request how to use one of those papers that gives us a lot of bang for our buck. This particular paper has elements that can be a title, it can be cluster bases, you can use the B side, and it has elements that can be used to tuck and layer with. So it really is very versatile. It is from Family Ties collection by Echo Park. I'm also showing you some dies and some 6x6 pieces. I'm demonstrating how I selected paper that coordinates nicely, that has different designs and different scale of design. I'm not going to use every single piece of paper. I'm just showing how I've used 6x6 that I'm going to die cut from, and these are some potential dies. Now, I've done my die cutting, I've inked the edges of those, and we're going to just start making decisions. I'm also looking at paper that will tie this all together. So since I'm going to use the paper from Family Ties to be cluster bases and cluster elements, title pieces, then I need a piece of paper that brings it all home, that's going to tie it all together. And I've shown another couple of pieces of paper that could also be used. Right here, I'm demonstrating that I think I want to mat, and I'm choosing what paper I want to mat with, the blue one. So once I make my decisions, I just get into it. I don't sit around and think about it more than once. I just get into it and do it. So this paper that I'm just trimmed and I'm going to tack down for my base is from a pet line from Echo Park. But the B side, so the A side was very pet centric. It's for dogs. The B side is almost like a shiplap. It's just a really pretty soft off-white. And instead of using white, because I almost brought in white cardstock, I decided that I wanted to use a softer color. And I am using elements from the sketch that I showed you to create this layout. I'm not following the sketch bang on, but there are some pieces that I think are really interesting. So the first piece I cut at 4x12. The second piece I'm cutting at 9x9. And then I'm going to come back once I get this adhered. I'm going to trim from the diagonal striped paper a 1/2 inch piece, and I'm going to cut it down to 11.5 inches so that it just layers very, very nicely with what I already have on the paper, my base. I'm loving how this looks. So at this point in time, I still haven't really made up my mind about what this layout is even going to be. I didn't even have photos in mind. I'm just playing with paper. And I wanted to demonstrate how to use the Family Ties, this paper here, just because some people requested it. So that is my goal. I'm just making decisions about how I want to trim this down to get the most use out of it. And as I'm looking at it, I'm making decisions about where I want to cut, what elements I want to use, and then I see that one there at the bottom. It says Family Bowling. That becomes my title. And once I decided that was going to be my title, that told me what photos I was going to print out because we recently went bowling. So I'm just making more, those decisions, how I want them. I'm also looking at scale. I'm creating 3 clusters because we often hear about visual triangles and the rule of 3. So I'm just kind of demonstrating that once you're making those clusters, you don't want everything the exact same size, or I don't. I'm not going to say you. You might want them all the same size. I don't know. I don't. I don't want them all the same size. I'm wanting to show some uh different scale, and I think it just creates that a more interesting look. So I'm putting off to the right what I know I'm not going to use, and in the top left I'm putting what I think I could use. I have my phone out, and this is going to take a little bit because, like I said, I had not printed my photos, and I'm going into my app, selecting my photos, and printing them right here, right now. I there This is just how I operate, and it's not probably the best. I don't always plan everything to minute details. A lot of the time I'm flying at the just from the seat of my britches. So as my photos are printing, I'm making decisions how I want the layout to look. And I had first thought that I would do exactly as the sketch and have my photos very linear and in a block style. And as they were printing out, I just decided, I think I'm going to put these a little more whimsical, because the floral paper to the left is whimsical, and it's not they're not realistic like looking flowers. So I'm decided to kind of go with that mood, I guess I should say. It's more playful. That's the word I want to use. It's more playful. So I have done a lot of prep work by doing my flowers in advance, and um, you can see them all to the right. And I think they're cute. I think they're super cute. But I'm already looking at this thinking, I don't know if I'm going to use flowers, because this is bowling. And does bowling really go with this? So I've start creating my clusters, and I put the flowers on, I take the flowers off, I put the flowers back on. This is going to be the theme for a little bit. Now this is one of the elements from the sketch that I liked. And so it had tags over to the left, and I really liked that. I thought it was super cute. I like these pieces not in a tag, because it looks like something that you would keep score on, and like you went to the bar and grabbed something to eat. It looks like one of those food tickets and stuff. So in my mind, it's kind of keeping with the theme. Now, like I said, I try to make these flowers work, and then they didn't work, and I just ended up kind of thinking through it, and I thought, man, I am taking way too long. Nobody's really going to want to watch this part of the process because I can't make up my blooming mind. And I just take them off. I look at it for just a minute and think, you know, I kind of like it as it is right now. When I come back, I'm showing you that from this sheet, I decided to use some circular elements because we're bowling. And so I wanted to bring that circle in. And I put on 2 photo corners, diagonal from each other. And miracle of all miracles, I pull out enamel dots. I know. That is a big deal for me. So I'm putting down some enamel dots, and I'm still kind of thinking about those flowers. Can I get them used? And I never feel confident when I put down enamel dots. I just don't. I don't have enamel dot confidence, but I'm okay with it. Guess what? The flowers made it on the layout, and I'm showing you some close-ups. Thank you for being here, for watching this, for being interested in some of the things that I share. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.